video, I want to talk about two things that really upset men, two things that drive a man crazy, and something that you should be aware of in case you find yourself in this situation where you're dealing with one of these two things. It's very important to know how to deal with this and how to guard against these two traps which seem to really hit men hard. Now, the first thing which really bothers men, I've got to say, is if you're dating a girl or you're seeing a girl and she has really high attraction for you. I mean, she's just into you. She adores you. You can tell she just wants to be around you. She's piling the affection on and she's really sweet. I've got to say, one of the hardest things for men to deal with is to go from a place where a girl has really high attraction and then something happens. Usually the man behaves in a way which turns the girl off, and then she responds by pulling away. So you see her attraction go from a 10 down to a 0. And for some reason, that's really hard for men to deal with. They can't take it, right? I think it's a bit of a blow to the ego. I've been there myself. To go from a position where you have this girl and she's just really into you up here, and then it just crashes down to the ground. She's got no interest in you at all. That is something that really affects men. It's hard to get over. It's difficult to deal with. And you see men scrambling to try to get the attraction back up. They go into chase mode. They start begging. They start doing everything actually that turns the girl off, that turned the girl off in the first place. If you were a 10 in her eyes before, and now you find that you're less than a 5, you're down a 2, a 3, she's got no attraction for you, and you want to get back into a position where she's really into you again, you got to walk away. And I say this because you can't go from being a 10 to a 0 and keep your pride intact. When you start begging and pleading and chasing, you just end up giving your dignity away. You can't do that. If a girl was really into you, walk. Just disappear from her life. And if she comes after you, great. If not, at least she's going to have more respect for you in the long run. It's better to go from being a 10 to a 0 and then she's got no attraction and no respect for you at all, than just walking away and making her realize, oh, maybe I got this wrong. Maybe this guy is the confident, attractive man I thought he was when I first met him. Now, the other thing that really bothers men and drives them crazy is if a guy gets really close to sleeping with a girl, we're talking in the same bed, they're fooling around, and for whatever reason, she says, no, I can't do it, not tonight, and the man never has another chance to close the deal. Right? You get really close to sleeping with a girl, but it just doesn't happen. You're this close. That also drives men crazy. And this can keep men stuck. It can keep them trapped in a relationship where they feel like, you know what, I was so close. If I just keep pushing a little bit harder, if I keep trying a little bit harder, maybe I can just get her over the line. Don't fall into that trap, because I'll tell you now, you're probably not as close as you thought you were. She was always going to hold you at a distance. She was always going to play games with you. She was always going to push you back. Now, if it's something you did, again, you just walk away. In these two situations, there's a little bit of a mind game going on. They're just playing with you a little bit. They're messing with your head a little bit. And it's easy to start to overchase and overinvest. Don't do it. Walk away. Because these two situations might seem unusual, but they're very common. And I see it all the time. It's a predictable pattern. Two traps to avoid in all relationships and dating. If you can do that, you put yourself in a really strong position. Now, if you want more tips on maintaining and creating attraction with women, I highly recommend you get a copy of my book, Atomic Attraction. You can pick up your copy today by clicking on the link below. Talk soon.